We're
Hello.
here. Yes, I'm here. Is this Lawrence?
Yeah, that's me. Yep.
Hi, Lawrence. How are you? It's Jeff K here in Dallas. We got a big concert with you Friday night.
Hi. We certainly do. We certainly do. And looking forward to it as well.
So where does the day find you today?
Well, we played last night in St. Louis, and then we drove on a tour bus overnight, and we're now in Arkansas.
Oh, beautiful Arkansas.
Yeah, beautiful Arkansas. Exactly. Yep.
So this is not the first time we've had STYX for our big concert here in Dallas. Do you have any fond memories of Dallas? I mean, what do you look forward to most about playing in Dallas?
Well, Texas in general is kind of exotic for me since I'm from Toronto, Canada. So I enjoy that. I enjoy walking around Dallas, quite honestly. That's just one of the things I have enjoyed there. I also enjoyed a very good kind of ice storm there. It surprised the hell out of me back about 10 years ago when we were playing there, and that was kind of a nice surprise. I think they brought some Canadian weather with me.
Yeah.
But I generally enjoy the city, and most of all, I enjoy the audiences, the crowds that come and see STYX. So those are my favorite things about the city.
Yeah, and it seems the band's popularity hasn't waned. STYX is now in its 5th decade. You've been performing as singer keyboardist for half that time. In fact, 2024 is your 25th year with the band, is it not?
It is. You are absolutely right. Yeah, the 25th year. And I've really, since the new millennium, I came in 1999. So I've been with STYX all this time and played Dallas many times in the past and look forward to it after my quarter century tenure in STYX. Yeah.
So I read where the band averages 100 shows per year. I mean, that's a lot for guys in their 20s, let alone their 60s and 70s. That takes a lot of stamina.
You know, when I joined the band, Jeff, JY said, we've really underplayed as a band. He said, the goal is let's play 100 shows a year. If it takes us around the world to do that, then let's do that. Are you committed to that? And fortunately, I had a solo career prior to STYX where that
Gowan,
year
yeah.
I played 104. Yes, I played 140 shows, and I said, I'm looking forward to the time off. So it was actually it was great, and we stayed on that pace pretty remarkably. I have to say, I'm knocking on every wood piece in the hotel room here saying that, but we've stayed on that pace every single year since, other than 2020, of course. But that pace of touring and that has kept us endlessly, finding ways to improve the performance and everyone's own personal. Leaning into the show has really come up to a point now where this tour we're on so far is the biggest summer tour we have ever done, which is pretty remarkable for a band that's been around for half a century.
Yeah, Friday night, Dos Equis Pavilion. It's STYX, Foreigner, and John Waite. Kudos for getting John Waite on this tour. The Renegades and Jukebox Heroes tour. I like the name of that. Now the band STYX has always been known as kind of a theatrical band, and you take that to the next level with your spinning keyboard, right? It's custom built just for you. You even stand on it. But I heard a story about how you maybe slipped off and busted your butt or something.
Jeff, that story does seem to follow me around like my own butt. It's funny. I came up with the notion of this, and it was built in 1990 when I was doing back in my solo era. I had an album that Alex Lifeson from Rush was the guitarist on it, and we did a video together for a song called Lost Brotherhood, and I wanted a prop in that video to have the keyboard move, because Alex got to do all of the fancy stuff of stepping out of this smoking barn and playing this signature solo, and I thought it's going to be pretty boring if I'm stuck behind the piano. So it was just a prop for the video, but everyone on the crew and Alex himself and the other musicians all said, are you going to take that thing on the road? Which I decided to do. And, at the first couple of shows went really, really well. And then by the third show, you start getting a little overconfident with any new piece of apparatus. And there's a brake on it that I have to hit whenever I'm going to stand on it, because I can't stand on it and spin at the same time, because I'm not quite fully Cirque du Soleil level. Anyway, that night I was, that particular night, third show in, I forgot to put the brake on. And as I went to jump off the thing, it kind of spun in tandem with me, if you can kind of envision this on radio, so that when I landed, I came down on the end of the piano, Ugh. And it on the tailbone, it actually knocked the thing right completely over to head over heels. The keyboard came flying out of it and smashed in the front row, and I lost about $5,000 worth of keyboards that night. Ugh. But believe me, the audience loved it, and so it was worth every penny.
It was all part of the show.
Exactly. I know they showed up for the next 10 shows going like, well, when are you going to trash the piano? Anyway.
We're talking with Lawrence Gowan. He is the singer keyboardist in STYX. The band will be here Friday night with Foreigner, along with John Waite at Dos Equis Pavilion. It's no mystery you're a good Canadian boy, and I will share. Yeah. I'll share with you that I moonlight with the hockey team here in Dallas. I'm the public address announcer for the Dallas Stars. So I don't know.
Oh, fantastic!
Yeah, I don't know if you follow hockey or if you're just a Maple Leafs guy, but are you cheering for the Edmonton Oilers?
Well, I am now. I'm sorry about what happened with Dallas, because I thought that
I knew that was coming.
Stars, honestly, I thought the Stars were going to go all the way.
So did we.
I thought that it was going to be Stars in Florida, and it's funny because myself and my son, he thought Dallas was going to take it all. I thought Florida was going to take it all, but the dark horse seems to have been the Oilers, and but that's great. I watched every single game, and the great thing about having our tour bus is that we have satellite TV on there, and so I can stay right up with the games all the way. And I thought Dallas had a great run in the playoff, and it was too bad they didn't get to the final. Yeah,
I think they ran out of energy by the time they got to Connor McDavid. So the Oilers got a big win last night. They're now down 3-2. They still have to win the next 2, but should be a fun one. All right. Well, I wanted to talk a little hockey since you're a Canadian guy. So there you go.
Sure.
So you and Foreigner, STYX and Foreigner, have been trading headlining spots. Is that right? Do we know who's going to headline Friday?
Yeah, the way that we did this tour, I think we actually closed on Friday night. I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure that we closed the show Friday night. We closed last night in St. Louis. We're in the middle tonight in Arkansas, so I think we close. Honest to God, I like both positions. I like being in the middle slot because John Waite he's slaying it every night out there as our special guest. And then between STYX and Foreigner, both shows are. I gotta say that I love watching Foreigner. They're spectacular. And we have upped our production and everything. Both bands have specifically for this tour, because we've toured in the past together, and we found that flipping the headliner, if you want to call it that, because it's a co-headline bill. But being in the middle slot is not a bad place to be at all, because you get to you get your first swing at the audience. And I enjoyed it the other night in Detroit that we got the middle slot. We got as much energy as we could. It really is a tremendous night there's 4 hours of classic rock where people know every single song. It's the soundtrack to so many people, thousands of people's lives. We're all celebrating that together. So honestly, to my mind, it doesn't matter who goes on in the middle and who goes on last. It's all one big giant colossal classic rock concert.
Yeah, and arrive late at your own peril, because I'm almost as excited to see John Waite. I don't know about you, but I'm a huge Babies guy, and I thought, you've probably been asked a million times in these kind of radio interviews, tell me what your favorite STYX song is to play, Lawrence. Well, I'm not going to ask you that. I'm going to ask you, what's your favorite John Waite song?
I love the Babies song, Isn't It Time?
Yes.
That's
Back on my feet again, too. So many great songs. So many great songs.
Very good. And he sings so bloody well. Oh my God, he's got such a great voice.
Yep.
And he delivers every single night. So yes, you're right. It really is. You'd be doing yourself a disservice if you don't show up at 7:00 and see John's set.
Right. All right. 2 more questions, and then I'm going to let you go. And this is a question I'm sure you probably get asked all the time, but I want to ask because our listeners in Dallas want to help. So Foreigner, class of 2024 Rock and Roll Hall of Famers, you know where this is going. Now it's STYX's turn, right? They've been eligible since 1998, right? They've sold 100 million records. They've never even been nominated. What do we have to do to make that happen, Lawrence?
I think we have to. It's kind of a Back to the Future thing. We have to go back in time and somehow get on a timeline where STYX aren't last on the list when it comes to that. Quite honestly, Jeff, this is a conversation that amongst the band takes about 30 seconds every year. Well, annually, there's this discussion of, we didn't get into the Hall of Fame again. And, I'd like to see it for the guys that were the original guys in the band that came along in the 70s and made all those classic records that of which, we are the culmination of the efforts of everyone who's ever been in STYX. And that's only like 11 guys, I believe, in total over 50 years. So I think it's obviously well merited. We do notice, we love when we play with acts that are in the Hall of Fame, but it's also noted whenever they happen to be the opening act. And that happens fairly often that someone that's in the Hall of Fame is opening for a STYX show. So there's some irony in that. I think the great thing with Tommy and JY and Chuck and the other guys that were in the band prior to me being here is I don't think they ever made music that would be to be approved by committee.
Right. It's not a big deal until it is a big deal, right? I mean, every band says, I don't care if I get in, and then once they do get in, they're like, wow, this is a real honor. So I will just say this.
The tears start. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I will just say this. Now that we're seeing bands that are closer to the mindset of STYX, now that Foreigner's going in, they will get a vote moving forward. Once you're in, you get a vote. So you better make sure all those guys in Foreigner nominate STYX for the class of 2025. That's all I'm going to say.
That's very good advice, Jeff. I'll do all we can to stay on their good side.
All right, final question, and thank you for your time again, Lawrence. We really appreciate it.
Sure, man.
So the tour says you and Foreigner will never tour again. You're touring together for the last time ever. So obviously, classic rock fans have heard that before from bands like Kiss and Lynyrd Skynyrd. Yeah. So if this really is the last time, what can fans expect as a grand finale and not a grand illusion? Oh, sorry. I had to throw that in there.
I like that. I like that. Well, from STYX, you're always going to get the grand illusion. And I don't know. Do jukebox heroes ever actually fade into the sunset? I guess we shall see. I don't know. I honestly, that's an announcement that Foreigner have made. And our only announcement is we're going to keep doing this until the gods of rock say that we can no longer do it. So as far as grand finales go, there'll probably be something spectacular in the very end if we ever actually get to the end.
Fantastic. It's Lawrence Gowan, singer, keyboardist of STYX. Again, we thank you for your time today. We cannot wait to see you. And I'm going to throw out all the sponsors. You ready for this? It's givemethevin.com, Bo and Them Bash at Dos Equis Pavilion, Friday night, thanks to Mullen & Mullen Injury Law Firm.
Oh, Jeff, a mouthful like that. You obviously are the announcer for the Dallas Stars.
You bet, buddy.
Congrats.
All right, man. Well, I look forward to seeing the show on Friday night. And I guess if the Stars aren't going to be in, then go Edmonton Oilers.
Okay. Well, thank you, Jeff, and all the best. And looking forward to seeing everyone in Dallas there on Friday night.
You got it, Lawrence. Take care, buddy.
Cheers. You too.